Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls.
It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with three boys of his own. They were four men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
What's going on, Springford, and welcome to the RAM Show. I'm your host, Don Castile, and today we have an awesome RAM Show for you. So make sure you guys grab some popcorn, get comfy, because we got an awesome ride for you today. Starting us off, we got Ryan Pizak's interview with Jacob Stein about the Eagles season, and then right after that, we're going to go into Chase Gleason and his experience in quarantine using music, maybe how you can learn the guitar in your quarantine time and maybe create a new hobby for yourself. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those two videos, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
I recently interviewed my friend Jacob Stein about the Philadelphia Eagles and see how they're doing.
We definitely need to get a better offensive line, just linebackers overall. I really think it was a bad decision for Howie Roseman to draft a quarterback in the draft. So I think his time is done in Philly. He needs to step down from the position for the general manager. I think Carson Wentz definitely has potential to be a good quarterback. You know, back in Super Bowl season, he was in the MVP conversation. But a lot of people blame a lot of the bad plays on Wentz. Maybe some of it's his fault, but I mean, it's really the offensive line's fault. He doesn't have a good offensive line in front of him, which therefore makes the quarterback bad. Is decent. Doug Peterson did give us a Super Bowl ring back in, I think it was like 2017. So, that's something, but coaching definitely needs an improvement. Howie Roseman, the general manager, just needs to go. He needs to go. He's done enough bad things to us. Drafting a quarterback in the draft is not a good move when you need linebackers.
For many people and businesses, 2020 has been a year of many misfortunes, but for one hobby, the community is as strong as ever. For musicians, especially guitarists, 2020 looked gloomy at first, but the pandemic and the situations it created brewed a perfect year to bring back a hobby that has had a decline over the last few years.
People needed a release. They needed something different to just take their minds away from everything for a little bit. And music through history has always been a great way to do that.
2020 has been a record year for many major guitar companies, introducing thousands of new music and guitar students to a world of art and expression in a time where it seems needed most.
We have people coming in who are 6, 7, 8 years old, and we have people coming in who are 70 years old. It's amazing how many instruments are on people's quote-unquote bucket lists.
2020 has proved itself a small revival for music, and will hopefully push it into many more years of bringing people peace and enjoyment. Times might be hard, but at least there's something to sing about. Reporting for the RAM Show, I'm Chase Gleason.
Big thank you to Chase Gleason and Ryan Pizak for those two awesome put together videos. But we got 3 more in store for you. Starting us off, we have Katie Hafer and her trip to Zwollen's, one of the most popular ice cream shops in the area, and how they managed to go through this coronavirus pandemic. In fact, I was just there the other day. It's delicious stuff. After that, talk to us about quarantine gaming and some pretty awesome content there. And then to finish it off, to cap it all off, we got Carly Christman telling us about the new and upcoming trend that is esports. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys at the end.
Zwollen's, a local ice cream and chocolate shop in Audubon, has recently reopened its doors, but that doesn't quite mean everything's back to normal.
Once we got to the point where numbers were leveling off in our area, we weren't seeing an increase
And as long as people were following the guidelines, we figured we were okay to go ahead and open. So
Rollins serves fresh house-made ice cream every day of their 3 flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and the flavor of the day, which changes every other day, along with their wide assortment of chocolates. In light of COVID-19 and keeping up with CDC guidelines, they were forced to cut the menu down and close the dining room. But as of October, they were able to open their doors for people to come inside and order during the cold months ahead.
as they come in the door, we have to turn around to get them to go back out the right door, and they have masks on, to be inside.
Like the sea salt?
While they aren't allowing inside dining just yet, they did, however, take the menu back to full, adding back crepes, waffles, and more.
People are antsy, people are asking, whatever. We're still getting calls asking if we're actually open inside. We tell them we're open, but we can't, it's not for sit down.
The manager, Sandy Foltz, who has worked here for 16 years, hopes to eventually go back to normal, but isn't quite sure when just yet.
We've debated on a couple of dates for that as well. Now, it depends on what goes on with the numbers.
Reporting for the RAM Show, I'm Katie Hager.
In quarantine, not being able to go outside has been a huge bummer for lots of people. However, for gamers, this period spent at home just meant more time to be able to game online with others. Here we have Eliana to tell us more.
I think my gaming has increased because there's not a lot of things to do in the house and outdoor activities are canceled. The best games that I can stay connected with my friends are Minecraft and Among Us.
Well, obviously a lot of multiplayer games are good for that, but I think the more casual and non-competitive games, I think, are better for socializing. I think Minecraft is a leading example of this. You could play mini games on servers or just chill in a regular survival world with a couple of friends. But I think video games provide an excellent medium that allows people to talk over a common activity and be entertained by it. Video games also give you an opportunity to discover new communities and people that you find interesting.
I think my life without online gaming would be really boring because I wouldn't have anything to do every day.
As this quarantine continues, gamers continue to happily stay connected through online games.
Esports are sweeping through schools across America.
So esports is a new phenomenon that's really coming on strong. It's basically a gaming scenario where students, actually anybody, can really participate in esports. It's gaming, it's computer gaming, computer-based gaming that happens either through a console or through the internet. And basically what you do is there's 2 teams, and competitions can either be 1-on-1 or 6 versus 6. And teams compete against each other through the internet with different types of games.
A lot of planning goes into esports.
So what happens is these teams need space to have their events and to hold their practices and compete with each other. So they're designing esports labs. In some cases, they're designing esports stadiums. So the contests actually draw an audience. So the contestants will sit on a main stage, and there'll be an audience of people that will come and watch the event take place on a large screen, and so they need a venue for this.
Esports is a massive industry and will continue to grow.
Thank you guys for watching the Spring 4 RAM show today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was definitely a good one. So thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, I will see you next time.